What up? This is Rama Screen covering movies, TV, and entertainment, and here's my review of Berlin, Lolle on the Run. Hey, before you watch my review, please subscribe to my channel, press that like button, and ring that bell so you can get notified whenever I post new videos. And if you would like to help support this channel, please do so at patreon.com/ramascreen. That's patreon.com/ramascreen. Let's rock this. Okay, confession time. Prior to this, I had never watched the old original German show, Berlin. The reason I'm doing this review is, well, as you know, I am a huge fan of rom-coms in general. So when I was looking at the list of shows and movies that Netflix would release in August 2020, I came across this title that had me so curious I just had to check it out. I know what you're thinking. It would not be fair to judge this movie without being familiar with the backstory first, even just a little bit. So I looked up Berlin show and kind of just power skimmed it, if you will, since I didn't have 4 seasons to spend in just a few days. Read as much as I possibly could about it, but you know what? Turns out I did not have to exert too much energy because a significant chunk of this movie serves as a nostalgia to the original show. For those of you die-hard fans of Berlin, let me put it this way. About 18 years ago, young Lolle moved to the city ready to mingle and experience life there, only of course not everything went according to plans. There were always relationship complications that happened. Fast forward to this cinematic sequel directed by Franziska Meyer-Price. Lolle has moved on from Sven and is about to marry her friend Hart. That is, until Sven disrupts her plans and makes her question everything. This movie reunites many of the key original cast members, and as I said earlier, it keeps harkening back to maybe how they first met, some of the crazy things they said and did in the past, etc., etc. I actually enjoy this part of the film because even though you may not know the characters by heart, everybody can relate to having flashes of your memories come rushing through your brain. Sometimes places or people would trigger those old moments that gave a warm, fuzzy feeling in your tummy. Oh, just a quick side note though, and maybe it's just me, but young Felicitas Wall kinda looked like 90s Fairuza Balk, but today's Felicitas Wall kinda looks like a brunette Meg Ryan. And that's just a simple, mindless observation on my part. The problem with this movie is everything else about it. The story brings in this new character named Dana, played by the beautiful Janina Use. So Dana and Lolle go off on their own separate little adventure, while at the same time, Sven and Hart also have their own little heart-to-heart journey as well. And it's an absolute mess. It goes way downhill from there. The gags about bears and nude camps fall flat. Dana frequently shares only bits and pieces of information about her boyfriend, but almost never the big picture. So it's very confusing and it makes me feel uncomfortable. These unplanned walk trips to the woods supposedly are meant to give the characters, including our lead protagonist Lolle, some kind of enlightening reflection or self-realization, but it all seems forced and it doesn't have a good structure, especially with Sven and Hart. Theirs is not very well thought out and is completely underwhelming. The ways in which the other original cast members would randomly pop in along the way are also awkward and pointless. I find the animation inclusion to be mildly entertaining, but they are more gimmicks than anything. Look, it's obvious from the ending that this whole film is just an excuse to get the band back together. And I'm sure that that would sit well with a lot of the fans of the original show. But that does not make for a great story, let alone a great romantic comedy.